The hero King Inglis, who dedicated his entire life to building his kingdom, is now approaching death. To reward him for his honorable achievement, the goddess Alistia appears and grants him one wish. Having been never be able to master the blade, Ilias asks to be reincarnated in order to do so. In a blink of an eye, Ilias finds himself born in the far future as the daughter of the Inglis noble family. 6 years later, Inglis discovers to be runeless and capable of utilizing the rune that enables the user of magic in this era. She is therefore ineligible to become a knight. However, this fits in well with Inglis's plan. She instead decides to become the squire for her cousin, Rafina Belfort, allowing Inglis to focus on pushing her limits. For Inglis, the challenge this familiar yet different world has to offer instead of opportunities for her to hone her skills and possibly become an extraordinary squire in the process. This anime has about 12 episodes, premiering January 10th to March 20th of 2023, based off a light novel. Is action fantasy themed reincarnation. Each episode is 20 minutes. It's rated PG-13. Let's get started into the review. We are back once again with another isekai where this time, instead of someone being transported from modern Tokyo to like medieval time, it is someone who's already in that time period, just placed in the far future of their realm, which is in this case a king who is on the verge of death and now reincarnated to the lovely woman you see here. And I think what makes it different from the other isekai, like besides her being super powerful and wanting to hone the sword that she'd never done in her previous life, for her point that she was a king, but I think what stands out between all the other reincarnation fantasy shows that I've seen is, one is the gender swap thing, and he turned into a she, and now she's going to be a squire for her so-called cousin, which I thought is a noble act for the MC to do so. But she just easily just transformed into this life that she's built, besides being runeless in this case. But she's like, oh, that's no problem. I'll just be a squire for my cousin and I'll just match the sword like I always wanted to. Other than that, I feel like the art style, it's different. And I feel like, going between the characters of the show, and I don't know. I'm glad that it's more positive towards the woman aspect and not like, seeing the woman as weak, but on par as far as the men when it comes to being knights and squires. I think that's a, good balance so far that I've noticed. Other than that, I think, isekai, the genre can be very funny, very comical. It can be very, harm approach. And this one wasn't that, which I was kind of glad that even though she is reincarnated from the past life to a future era where she's born as a noble daughter in this way, but I'm glad there was no harm in that sense, no love triangle, which thankfully it didn't need it. Like when she's reincarnated to her, when she realized that she's born as a girl, kind of more of a shock because trying not to blow her cover of all the knowledge that she knows, but like to go from one gender to another is probably a different more than he was expecting when the god has granted him this wish to. And then to get the short end of the stick of being reborn the opposite gender. But I think it has its perk because they don't really downplay women in this anime, which I like a lot. And to, combat that, she's going to be a squire for her cousin. So I think it's also interesting to have a female knight, female squire, which I think is pretty cool for that time period. But this back in like the medieval times, from what I'm getting like the vibe and the feel from. Other than that, I really enjoyed the anime a lot. Like, it's pretty cool. It was funny because a different twist on the isekai and reincarnation realm. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was really funny. The main characters were really funny, especially when the two girls, when they eat a lot because of how much calories they burn from using like their strength and their magic. Like, it's funny them taking down like a whole mountain of food and they're like, we're still hungry. Or like when you see like they don't eat, it's like kind of funny how like their mood changes and interacts. So I really like that a lot. It was really refreshing to give a different side of, the isekai drama genre itself. And there's a different twist on it, but definitely check it out. Reborn to the Master of the Blade, from hero to king to extraordinary squire. And let me know what you think down in the comments below. And I'll see you soon for another anime review. Until then, bye!